Hello, welcome to Let It Heal Live on this beautiful sunny morning in Toronto. It's a little warm in here.
It's a little warm in here.
But it's better than being freezing.
Absolutely. I'll take it.
And we're going to be talking about bed bugs today.
Which makes us kind of creep regardless of whether or not we're cold or warm.
Yeah, it is kind of a creepy subject. And, you know, it's funny because my mom always did used to tuck me in and say, nighty-night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. And it didn't freak me out back then because you don't even think that it's for real. But apparently it is.
And it's getting worse.
That's what they say. And it's, you know, when we decided to do some more newsworthy topics, it started with MS. But I had a friend contact me, someone that I used to go to school with. And she was the one that planted the seed about doing a show about bed bugs.
Okay.
And she had a nasty experience with bed bugs. And it's not just that, I mean, both of us have had lice in our house.
Oh, absolutely.
We know how much that can turn your life upside down and freak you out when you're seeing your kids being picked on. But bed bugs, apparently, you know, there's this huge psychological effect too of not only do you have the bites to deal with, you're worried about getting them infected, but can you sleep, really?
Nope.
Even when they're
How
gone?
can you?
Yeah, you imagine them crawling on your body.
Plus,
and
there's still, unfortunately, an unjustified stigma associated with having bed bugs. So,
I guess so, yeah. It makes people think you're dirty.
yeah.
I suppose, which is not the case.
Not at all. They don't really care whether your house is clean or dirty, as long
Yeah.
as you're warm and you have blood.
Well, that's, yeah, I gather you have to be warm. They find the warmest spot and they just want to drink your blood, right?
Yep.
I found it really fascinating when I started researching them, the way that they work. They're pretty clever insects.
Absolutely. I find the same thing. It was very interesting how they work.
We've got a video that we can show afterwards, but we'll I know you're going to have to watch it. It's funny because I sent Shannon the link last night. And I said, here, watch this. You know, this will give you some information, but you might not be able to sleep.
So I didn't watch it. No. Then I'll sleep tonight. I'll watch it tomorrow.
I think the good thing is we're going to find out how creepy they are today and how nasty they are, but we're also going to talk to some people about different solutions so that they don't have to be a pest.
Absolutely.
Which is really cool. It's always nice to have some sort of resolution, and then you can sleep at night. If that doesn't work, there's always the bottle of wine.
Sure. Make you sleep through everything.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit there with the all-natural cures.
Not so much,
but
no. But it's probably better for you than like harmful chemicals from killing the bugs.
There's a good point. Yeah, so just drink so much wine that you pass out, you don't feel those bed bugs? I don't know.
Might not work so much for the kids.
No. They hit their threshold pretty early.
They do. So
They just
bad.
can't handle that Magnum like we can.
I know. Oh, like we used to.
Like we used to, yeah, when we were
Do it anymore.
kids. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to be hearing from, we won't be having a guest on the show, unfortunately, that's had bed bugs because the lady that I was talking to was unable to make it. It would have been great because she really she felt very passionate about how it had affected her, and she really wanted to share her story with other people so that they could learn what to look for.
And I have read a few articles about people that have had this experience and how traumatic it has actually been.
Oh, yeah.
And how they just feel like the support is not there for it.
Well, yeah, it's really not. There's, you know, people are just kind of scared of you.
Yeah.
If you've got bed bugs. There's nowhere really to go to, right?
No.
So, oh well, we won't be able to talk to her. We are going to be talking to a gentleman from Georgia, actually, Bill Carlson from Nature's Innovations, and he has a product that's all natural.
Oh, excellent.
Yes. So you don't have to get the Raid. He's got a product, and it's all on the internet, so we can get it up here in Canada. And also someone from Germany.
All the way from Germany.
Yes, yes.
nice.
Thank goodness she speaks English. Her name is Eva Scholl. She's a biologist.
Okay.
And they developed a really cool product that you can actually carry with you when you're traveling, because the big thing is, what about hotels?
That is a big thing right now. And it is becoming more and more common in hotels.
Oh, I know. And it's not surprising. I mean, not only are hotels, they've got tons of different people and maybe they don't practice the right cleaning habits. I'm not sure why it would happen, but people are coming from one hotel to another in some cases, right?
I think a lot of it is people aren't being open and honest because there is a stigma associated, right? So they're not necessarily getting rid of them the best that they can, also because they may not have the proper education in how to do so. And then they go somewhere and they spread them and they don't realize they're spreading them. And so you do have a place like a hotel where people are coming in and out, in and out, in and out. And where no one is, I mean, you get a maid service coming in and monitoring it like for 15 minutes a day, but it's not like living in it and recognizing the fact, oh my gosh, there's something in this bed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you'd need
It can go overlooked.
a test sleeper.
Yeah, exactly.
Sleep in the bed, or to not sleep, otherwise they wouldn't know. Yeah, so those two people are going to tell us some ideas for solving the problem of bed bugs,
Wonderful.
which is great. And we're going to be speaking to Mike. I don't know how to say your last name, Mike? Heimbach. I was
There we
right.
go.
That's what I guessed. From Able Pest Control. So he's
Wonderful.
local. He's in this area, and that's someone that you can
Excellent.
call. You know what? Don't worry about it. You might not want to wait the time that it takes for these other products to arrive. You just give them a call, and they're
And
going
they'll
to
take
solve
care
it
of
for
it.
you. Which
And
is,
that's really what you need, that peace of mind that someone can
Yeah.
just come in and take care of it for you.
well, yeah. When it's something like that, I wouldn't want to be in the house. I know I really wouldn't. In fact, last night when I was fretting that I didn't have that my guest was not able to join us, who had bed bugs, my husband announced, "Oh, I had bed bugs when I was younger." I'm like, "Oh, great, hon.
You're telling me
Thanks for
now.
telling
That's
me now."
wonderful.
So yeah, I guess that's exactly what they did. He said it only lasted a day. As soon as we saw them, they shipped all the kids off to the grandmothers. They had someone like Mike, except it would have been like Boris, because Alex
Exactly.
is Russian and this happened in Russia. But they came in, they eliminated all the bed bugs, and then they came home again. So,
Yeah.
nice solution.
Yeah, and that was actually, I did read another article about that in apartment buildings. That's why it's continuing a lot, is because the landlords are not getting on top of it as quickly as they should,
Right.
and so then they spread.
Ugh,
Yeah.
yuck. And they're using all the same laundry stuff. And anyway, now that I feel like there's little things crawling all over me,
It's gonna get worse.
yeah, I know it is. It'll get worse, then it'll get better. As long as everyone we speak to,
Has
puts
a
our minds at
solution,
ease. Yeah. Because there are some people out there that aren't imagining things crawling.
Oh,
all over
I know.
them. It's actually happening, and that freaks me out. We need to know what to look for. How can we recognize? What do these things look like? That's the
Exactly.
biggest
yeah.
thing. Because
What do we look for? How do we tell that this is actually a problem?
I think our video. It's probably a good time
Yeah,
to
let's
line up the video, and yeah, you can
take a
cover
look
your
at it.
eyes if you want,
Actually,
but
you know
I think
what?
it's important.
The bugs don't really bother me that much. It's just the swarming that really bothers
Yeah,
me.
they don't really swarm. They just sort of
Yeah.
creep up. Okay, you ready, Blue? Not
Just
pulling a
spring it
very
on you
nice
like
face
that.
there.
Remember your mother tucking you in bed and saying, "Don't let the bed bugs bite," before she turned off your nightlight? You probably thought she was kidding. Well, she wasn't kidding. It's just before dawn. You're in the deepest sleep you'll be in all night, and the bed bugs are ready to strike. Bed bugs once lived in caves and sucked the blood of bats and your prehistoric ancestors. When we left our caves, so did they. They sneak in through the tiniest cracks, the most minuscule openings. They even come in through an outlet. They know where you are because they can sense the carbon dioxide you exhale. You've got something they want: blood. When they get within sucking distance, they use heat sensors on their antennae to find the juiciest place to drill for plasma. An exposed limb is like a flashing neon sign for a free, all-you-can-suck buffet. If nobody does anything, thousands of them can infest a single bedroom. Like a safecracker opening a vault, the bedbug finds the perfect spot to hit the blood bank. Bedbugs have to drink blood to stay alive and breed. And Mother Nature is on the side of the bedbug. The bug administers an anesthetic so you don't wake up, as well as an anticoagulant, so your vital life essence will gush freely from your veins. And here's a cheery fact: a bedbug can drink 3 times its weight in a single meal. Talk about your big gulp. Here's something else to brighten your day. If you've got a serious infestation, you might get bitten 500 times in a single night. You might get anemia, unlike the bedbug. All done. See you tomorrow, sucker. No, I guess it's the sucker. You're the sucky.
Gross.
Really gross.
And a little kind of scary because I wouldn't have thought that they could hide in places. I don't know why I wouldn't have thought that they're small enough. But
You know what? When I watched it last night before going to bed, I missed the part about them coming in through electrical
which
sockets.
is probably a good thing.
Yeah, I'm really glad. Otherwise, I would have slept in even more than I already did because it would have taken me all night to get to sleep. I've already got dark circles. Anyway, welcome, Mike. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
for having us.
And I think Able Pest Control is a very well-known name in this area. We're out in the suburbs, but I've heard of you guys. And
We're everywhere across Canada.
excellent. And what's your website?
Well, able.ca, but we have another website right around bed bugs. It's called freebedbugtraining.com.
Oh, that's awesome.
Where you can go and learn all about bed bugs and things, and we encourage people and businesses to go there.
Absolutely, yeah. This is a thing for businesses to be concerned about too, which is
absolutely, yeah.
that did not even occur to me until Mike mentioned it. But well, we'll get into that. We'll cover some of the groundwork. I guess. What would be the first signs that someone has bed bugs? Because they, according to that video, they don't feel them at night, right?
Yeah, oftentimes you won't feel bed bugs at all when they're biting you. I found, and I was just mentioning you before, I've actually put bed bugs on my hand in the glass for media. I'm not going to do it today, but
Thank you. We appreciate
I didn't
that.
bring any live bed bugs with me. But you know, you actually most times you won't even feel them, even if you're looking at it. You can't tell that they're biting.
They're
you.
biting.
So, how you would know you had them? A variety of things, but you'll often find blood spots on your sheets. They're tiny little blood spots that when they're full, they emit a tiny little drop of blood. So you may wake up and see blood spots on your pillow or in your sheets.
That's
in
a
the
good
morning.
marker. That's
Yeah.
a great suggestion.
So white sheets are great,
Yes.
which most institutions have, hotels and hospitals and things like that. But for yourself, it's good. You'll see that. You may also notice some welts and markings on your arms, legs, face, hands. Some people don't have them. Some people don't get welts. Many people do. But one of the problems with bed bugs is a lot of times the welts might take 7 to 9 days or even 2 weeks before they develop.
wow.
So
Oh, and
you,
then
you
you've
might
had
stay
them
in a
for a
hotel
while.
and then 2 weeks later you start getting these welts on your arms and you won't know where you got them from.
Wow, you wouldn't even think about it unless
No.
you've watched this show or educated yourself previously. Now, do people have varying reactions, though, to bed bugs?
Yeah. Yes. Some people don't have reactions at all, and some people react very, very violently. I've seen cases where people. I mean, I've heard some really bad stories. We've seen cases where some seniors who were sort of infirm, were left and were literally,
Covered?
lost a lot of blood and had to get blood transfusions.
Oh,
So
my goodness.
That's in a sort of very severe case, but
Wow.
Not monitored.
many people do
Right.
get red markings on their body, and you wake up in the morning wondering where it came from. They can be up to 3-4 like centimeters. They can be quite large.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. I guess it's like mosquito bites though,
Yeah.
right? Some
Everybody's
people don't
different.
really notice it and some people like they've got this gigantic mound where they've been bitten.
That's
So
right, yeah.
We're all different. We're all made differently. Whatever it is, don't slough it off, right?
Yeah,
Because if you
that's
slough
right.
it off, they could be breeding. Do they breed? And
Yeah,
reproduce?
a pregnant bed bug can turn into 1,000 bed bugs in just under 2 months because they've got a very short breeding cycle and they lay 3 to 5 eggs each, and by the time they get to maturity, you can have 1,000 bed bugs within 2 months. So they breed very, very quickly in ideal conditions, which is a
Any
warm
home,
place with
yeah.
somewhere to feed. So,
Well,
and all they
absolutely.
feed on is us, pretty
Oh
much.
my
yeah.
gosh.
We're the only species that they feed on? Oh, and bats and birds, right? Did I see that too?
Yeah, they will feed on pets and things like that also, but they prefer us because we have no hair. But they
Oh,
don't
easier
eat
to get
anything.
to.
Bed bugs aren't a product of being dirty. Anyone can get them. So, I mean, some places you might say with cockroaches, it's, from being dirty or anything like that. But with bed bugs, they just feed on us. So, I mean, we find bed bugs in all sort of income brackets and spectrums. Anyone can get them.
Especially
Well-
if they're more common in hotels now, because we're looking at higher
Absolutely.
income brackets that are going to be utilizing the
Yes.
hotels on a regular basis.
And some of the hotels that have been reported are not low-class hotels too, which is
No,
not
no,
good for their image.
It doesn't have to be a low class. Anyone could bring bed bugs in.